Well, hello my YouTube friend. Today it is my utter pleasure to present you those magnificent pieces, all scores that I did during the Paris Blade shows. There are two of them actually. And basically I'm gonna present you those knives one after the other, but I believe that some of them, if not all, will have their own review. So I will present them like quite fast. And then after that, we are going to take some time to discuss a little bit about the show in Paris, or the shows in Paris, and their difference with the other shows that we know better in the United States of America. So basically, let's start first with the review. Oh man, of those knives as they came in my possession. So I used those gloves because of that beauty. This is the first score that I did, and it was, man, for a lot of people there, Tony Marfion, Dalibor, a lot of people who just saw that knife were adamant about those guys. There are two brothers, Simon and Jacob Nylund, who live in a freaking cold country. it's like in a Helsinki, in a damn boy. Finland. Sorry about that. And those guys they're young as young can be. I'm gonna definitely make a video about them. They are doing incredible work. What I was saying is that Tony Dalibor and other guys, other knife maker, simply said that those guys made the knife of the show with that beauty. Simple as that. I mean, everyone was impressed with their work. What they do is incredible. And again, this knife will definitely 100% will have its own review. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Maybe if I get away now to take off, oh man, first of all, just appreciate that. And those guys, they do everything. Check that. This, in order to get the bronze and the blue, they had to work as alchemists to find the right recipe, the right amount of carbon, to get those two colors, which is something that looks quite difficult if you hear them. Magnificent Senmai. They do everything. The frame is zirconium, flawless junctions. This is also their own, what the hell is that mark here on the, it's gonna go out. Absolutely beautiful. The action is phenomenal. A tremendous amount of details. I'm gonna review that knife extensively on a further video for sure. But for now, I'm gonna put it here aside. That was my first score, Nylund brother. I'm gonna try to take that freaking glove out, so I'm gonna put that. Sorry about that, but I feel way better now. Now, let's keep on with the scores, because again, this one, full review, this one, full review, everything. Maybe this one, that will be, I don't know if I can do a full review about a fixed blade, but I'm going to talk about that for sure. Second score, which actually was a delivery, is that marvelous knife from my friend, Raphael Durand, who did here his first carbo quartz scales with this badass. So I wanted a badass. I love this design. I love the fact that you can deploy it with the thumb disc. And I wanted him to try, I wanted to have one with carbo quartz. I love something that is original, so not to say that carbo quartz is original, but in his hands it is, because it's the first and the only one that he made for now. And I truly believe that he did a phenomenal. I'm gonna try, to show you the details. Most of the time with the carbo quartz, you're gonna get some random pattern. I absolutely adore, because of the contouring, the fact that here the pattern is way more delicate. You see the layers, the very thin layers with the linear pattern here. And in the middle, as usual, you have this finish, beautiful finish of the carbo quartz, which this lightning doesn't give justice, because I should do those videos outdoor or do pictures outdoor in order for you to see how beautiful are those scales of carbo quartz. Ah man, the Raphael Durand logbacks are insane. He won the best knife maker of best new knife maker of blade. Was it in 2016 or 17? I can't remember. His designs are insane, and I just adore that badass. Because again, you can deploy it with one hand with the thumb disc. The logback you can definitely use it. I'm going to try like that. I don't like it like that. Okay, with one hand like that. Okay, but this deployment, I love it. And most of the time, what I do, you saw my feet, up is to disengage it like that. It may sound tricky and dangerous even, but believe me, it's hard. So the blade won't go over that. And even if you go as far as putting some more pressure on it, this is the maximum it will go. So it's safe and very addictive way to play with that knife. And man, that knife, just such a beautiful design. And not only am I happy with the carbo quartz, but man, check that blade here. This is Takefu Senmai. You have the core that is SG2, sorry, Super Gold 2, which is a fantastic stainless steel, fantastic material. You have the line of nickel here separating the soft part, and the core. And here the soft parts were, I don't know, who cares, kind of basic stainless steel material. What I'm saying is that here, not only you have the cosmetic of a beautiful senmai, but you have a stainless steel senmai. So that's a user. And that knife with the carbo quartz, which is one of the most resilient material you can find out there, this is a freaking user. You can beat the shit out of that knife. It will sustain anything. And yet it's a beautiful knife that is almost dressy in its finish and appearance. So that's just amazing. Love it. And man, one word, because I'm going to do the review about that knife, one word about the centering. I mean, anyone who does senmai should use, that as a reference for how to center a senmai. This is 100%, this is the place I want you to check. The spine here. Look at that. You have here the line of the core all the way around on a very thin edge. Not only on this side, but on the other side. So that proves you here that this is the most centered thing you can find. There is absolutely no imperfection in the centering of that senmai. It's absolutely brilliant. Love that knife. It's already 7 minutes and 47 seconds. I need to go. Whoa! It can deal with all the freaking hell. That won't hurt that knife. It can sustain everything. The carbo quartz is extremely hard. No problem with that. Then we had this score that is one of the most uncanny score I could imagine. I'm not a fixed blade guy, but I love Sam Lurquin. This guy is one of the kindest people. I wish he had an Instagram so you can follow what he does. This guy is incredible. He's doing wicked knife. Understand that he's probably one of our best fixed blade knife maker, fixed knife maker in France. That guy does it all. You have to realize that this is wicked, okay? But you have all kinds of design, and that guy works for tactical teams all over the world. Like the best tactical team, those team of 11 who are literally using his knives for what they're done, I guess, to begin with. I'm going to make a review about that and talk about Sam. Definitely needs more time to discuss about that guy. Insane. I'm so happy to have that. So yeah, he can do the most wicked blade that are used for tactical teams, and also do art knives. I love this guy. I'm going to make a review about that guy. Definitely so. And then we have the regular, this petit from Philippe Jourget. Okay, beautiful knife. I love this design. I'm gonna make a review probably of both the T and the 520 because I have a review already about the 520. So I'm not gonna, waste your time, my friends. I'm gonna do a review, a combined review of those two scores. I love this T. absolutely phenomenal design, very addictive to play with, and beautiful finish with those Mokutai accents on the clip and on the backspacer. Adore that petit. And then of course we have the fifth, which is the second one that I have, fifth 20. The size is perfect. This was by far my favorite of the batch. I won in a lottery. We'll discuss about that and in a minute, because I have 5 minutes left. So the fifth, I have already a review about it. This liner lock finish, liner lock built with this beautiful marble carbon and Mokutai bolsters, clip and backspacer was my favorite knife from his batch, and I just adore it. And now some words about the show while still showing you the knife. So the show in France, I have 5 minutes, I need to be fast. They have some pros and cons. Let's go with the pros. I always love to start with the pros. The pros is that there are smaller shows with great makers that come there, and you have way more time, to chat with them, okay? You have also way more possibilities to win knife, either in lotteries, but the lotteries is not really a system that we use a lot in France, but you have way more possibilities to get knives. For example, we have like a knife maker that is Alexis Lecoq, for example. That guy has a list that is a long list, and believe it or not, at the show his knife was available for until the last day. I think he sold it at the end, but it's just crazy. So the possibilities to score are more important. The possibilities to discuss with great guys and get to chat more. Man, do I love this one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm talking to the knife now. I'm sorry, knife, that I use my greasy fingers to hold you. Sorry about that. I will wipe you out soon enough. So yeah, those are the pros. It's kind of neat for that. Now the cons. The cons is that we have not yet get to have more collectors from the world. So it's very, in France, it's very like local shows. So you have the French collectors that are nothing like the American one. Nothing alike. And for better and for worst. The better, I'm still trying to figure out what is the better. Oh yeah, maybe less barrier language, so we can if I talk to them, it's gonna be easier. Crazy nice guys around for sure, but the vast majority will be French, and that is something that is bothering sometime in the collecting world, because you don't have that the same passion as the one we have with you guys in the US or other part of the world. We love to share. I'm happy when you guys win something. You're happy for me. This is a nice mentality, the one that I love. And this is where, even when I go at the gathering, for example, and I go all the way to Las Vegas and I pay crazy money to get there and I come back with shit, with nothing, I still enjoy that show. Why? Because I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. I enjoyed that whatever is aside the show at the pit and everything. I enjoy seeing you guys winning at the lotteries. I enjoy all of that. To me is sharing. When I was a kid, we shared, we exchange, we trade. I'm happy for you, you're happy for me. This is the way it goes. This is what I like in the mentality of most of the people in the US, and this is what we don't have here. I won those 2 freaking knives in lottery, and you had some people giving me shit for that. Why? Because I have some friends entering the lottery for me. It was like decent, but nothing really special. We do that every day. I do that, and I advise everyone about that at the show. People enter for me, I win. Sometimes I lose. Whatever happens, people can get happy for me there in the US, and here people are just like, oh man, so grumpy, you know. So that is the con, but I still love those shows. I wish they do those shows separately, because 3 days in a row having two different shows at the same weekend is kind of weird. But I really hope that they will keep on doing those shows in Paris. They're excellent. I just love them, and I wish that more of you guys would come there because you would appreciate Paris, of course. You would appreciate different shows, and you will bring some freshness in the mentality there of the show, which would come in handy. With that being said, my friend, I will leave it at that. I'm heading to the 15 minutes, and you know that I don't go over that. And I will catch you very soon for a video of all those knives. Bye-bye.